Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Let's Play Games podcast. This is... Oh, God, I didn't write down the date. What's the date, guys? Anybody know?
It is the 14th.
The 14th. Well, that would make sense, because last week was the 7th, 2015. And I'm your host, KJ48, and I'm here with Pam.
Hi there.
What's up, Pam? I'm also here with the man who's always armed, Proberts.
Howdy.
All right, we got Proberts back. And we have two guests today. We have Autumn.
Hi.
And we have the Hearthstone Pro, Lily.
Hi.
How's it going, everybody?
Why did everybody else get like an awesome intro?
I couldn't think of anything. I couldn't think of anything for you and Pam. Well, bring a gun to the podcast, and I'll think of something for you.
It's a gecko.
Cage, you don't want Autumn to have
Go up with a bang.
What do you want from me?
You're in trouble now, Cage. You're in trouble now, Cage.
Oh no.
Whatever. I'm just not even going to be here in this podcast. Whatever.
I could only see it when Cage stabbed Autumn with a pike and killed her, and those footsteps to the running to your bedroom would have been a whole lot different story if Autumn would have had a gun.
How about the hiccuping pro? Pro hiccupper? No, you don't like that?
Cage,
What?
drop the shovel if you dig any deeper.
Leave it for the zombies.
Okay, well, you know what? All I'm going to say is Autumn is now in, I believe it is the top 7 Days to Die video on my channel at the moment. I think it's about to pass, I don't remember which one, Alpha 9 or something. So, you're awesome, baby, and I love you.
Aww. I know
Okay.
I'm awesome.
Oh, she's got the little Harry Potter thing she ordered online.
Yeah.
So she could turn back time. Turn back time so I can have a chance not to, get
Screw
you mad
up.
at me.
Too late.
Yes.
Friendship the Cher song.
Okay, guys. So you can see right here we've actually named the podcast. It's called the Let's Play Games podcast. Someone did win the contest, although they didn't come up with the exact name. They brought me to the conclusion of the exact name, and I've decided to just award them the game. We'll get to that later, though. What's everybody been playing today, Pam? What have you been playing this week?
I've been playing Mommy and Nurse this week, so I haven't played too much. I've been playing some more Final Fantasy and some Ark.
Well, Final Fantasy will take up all your time, so I mean that's a big game right there. I mean MMO, it's like it's like a time sink. What about you, Proberts? What have you been playing?
I have been playing on Empyrion, and when I lost my internet crashed. I actually finally got 7 Days to Die. Got to the point to where I was like, what do I do now?
Oh, you beat 7 Days to Die?
Yeah, I had all flawless gear, all flawless tools. I had a blue mini bike. About the only thing that I had left. My character level was like 62. I was on day 42.
What was your game settings?
Warrior.
What about zombie spawns and stuff?
Very high.
Did you play Warrior from day one?
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
Yep.
That's impressive, man. I'll give you
But
props for
I
that.
got to the point. It was like, okay, what do I do now? And it's like, man, I'm glad my YouTube world is slower because I'd be running out of ideas. I'm not the big.
You got that? You got there on day 42. That seems kind of early, a little bit.
I was gonna say because I mean
I played for. I don't have
commented
life,
on-
and I played for 5 days straight.
I commented on somebody who said, "Oh, I got mini bike in that amount of time," and everybody was like, "No, it's not possible. You need so much longer to do it." But apparently, it's possible.
I didn't get the mini bike until like 35.
Oh man, people are like begging me to get the mini bike cage. I'm like, oh, I mean, it's not really my choice. It's luck of the draw with the mini bike. So right now I got the handlebars. I need the handlebars. So it's people telling me you can make them, then you can't make them. You need handlebars to make the handlebars. You need handlebars to make the handlebars for the bike, and I'm just like, whatever. I'll get there when I get there. I'll just find them. We'll get there. Someone actually asked me to spawn it in because they want to see it. I'm just like, nah, I can't do that. People lose their shit.
So between Empyrion, 7 Days to Die, and then dealing with real life medical issues. So.
All right.
Real
What about you,
fast.
Autumn?
Long week.
Real fast before I get into what I'm playing. Pam, you might want to like move your head up or put your camera a little farther down.
I can't put the camera down any further.
Somebody said she was like Wilson on a Home Improvement, staring over.
Yeah,
Oh,
staring over the back fence.
oh, we should get like a little fence. Oh, that'd be perfect. What about you, Autumn? What have you been playing?
This week I've been playing a lot more Sims 4. I started playing some Borderlands with Lily and Irish and some of my other friends and stuff like that. And
Every time I come into the chat, you're in Borderlands. They got you hooked again.
I know.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. No, don't be. I've been like it's my summer go-to game besides TF2, so I'd rather play this than TF2. So, and that's good. But.
You know, I just figured out something I could have introduced you for. The fresh YouTube channel of 1,000 subs.
Yeah.
Autumn.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you guys so much for subscribing. And
If I had confetti, I would throw confetti. Actually, I have glitter, but I don't really feel like cleaning it up.
Yeah.
Did you get her signed up with Curse yet there, Kate?
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't do that to her. No, actually, no. Curse is the good one. That's right. I was thinking about a different one. Yeah, congratulations, and you celebrated by putting videos up.
I did.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Lily? What have you been playing?
What I could have played this week, I did play a little bit of Hearthstone. I've also played some Borderlands 2. That's all I really played this week. I didn't get a chance to play any Ark or 7 Days.
All right,
But
that's
it
cool.
really-
That's cool. That's cool. I've been playing the same old stuff. I'm kind of looking for some new stuff, but there's nothing out there grabbing me right now. I've just been doing the same old stuff for YouTube. Just the forest. The forest has been great. Learning all kinds of new things in the forest. I just passed my 21-day horde on my single-player 7 Days to Die. I just passed our 14-day horde with Autumn on ours, and
No.
we did great, sweetheart. We
I
did
don't
great.
care. I didn't like it.
I laughed my ass off watching that. I put on the video. I was so glad you recorded that, Cage, because I would have missed it otherwise.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else. I thought there was some other games I've been looking into, but I don't know. I want to get my Civ 5 Let's Play going, but there's just not enough time. Not enough time in the day. So, yeah. So, does anybody else want to talk about anything else they've been playing? Anything they're interested in the near future, or anything at all?
I did buy a couple games that were just on sale. I bought a JRPG that Steam had, so I'm kind of looking forward to getting into something like an RPG or a JRPG. I don't remember what it was called though.
It's not those
a
beach
JRPG?
body ones, was
No,
it? The one
no,
that I
no,
talked
no.
about?
No.
It's like a
There's-
little Japanese anime.
It's called Beach Balance.
That's it. And they're all in like
Balance.
bikinis with big upper chests.
No, that's not what it is.
It was a JRPG though.
Yeah, it's a JRPG.
Is it like a popular one, or?
No, it was under their Japanese indie sale. But I saw some good stuff on it, so I was like, you know what, I'll try it and see how I feel about it. So.
I have a game that we need to play, and I was telling Autumn about it earlier, Cage, when you stepped away.
Okay.
And the 4 people that popped up, because I don't know if Pam would like it or not. We need to play Dead Realms. Even if we only do it 3 or 4 times. We need to play Dead Realms.
What's that? I've seen a lot of people doing that. What is it, like, exactly?
It is a hide-and-seek game. One person is a ghost or a werewolf, and the other people are running around different areas and trying to hide while the ghost is trying to hunt them down.
It sounds just like Damned.
Yeah, I was going to
it's-
say, remember us playing that with that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
I didn't know about that, but the first time I saw that, I just laughed my ass off at the ones I was watching, and
yeah, I'd be up for that. That'd be.
I was
that'd be
like,
pretty
"Oh my
freaking
god,
cool.
I could just see you guys in there." I don't know. It would just be fun.
Baby, would you want to play that?
It's hide and seek.
Hide and seek,
Yeah,
baby.
but then you
Like when
die.
you're a kid. No.
Yeah, then you die.
Pshaw. Just don't get caught.
I honestly think, Cage, that me and you would probably have more fun than the ladies.
All right, well, that's definitely something to think about. We are going to take a break, and then we will come back with our weekly topics, so see you then. All right, guys, we're back. And for this week's gaming topics, I've been, you all know, I've been doing Empyrion videos for a few weeks now, and a lot of people, like, all the comments have been nice, but there have been a couple people who have commented that Empyrion is a ripoff of some other games, like Space Engineers and No Man's Sky. I personally don't have a problem with games ripping off other games, especially if it's a game I like. Like if a game comes out and you love it, why would you not want other companies to emulate it? I mean, they're kind of in competition with each other, but what do you care? Like if someone copies Space Engineers and it's a really good game, are you not going to play it just because they copied a game you like? And I thought that would make a good topic today. So what do you think, Proberts?
I think that's a great idea. I mean, I was watching your last forest video, either last night or this morning, and you were running through the forest to go get some dynamite. And as you were running past the trees, I was like, what if 7 Days to Die had these trees? It's if they're copying a game, depending on what the game is, and it's a game that you already like to play, all they're doing is they're making another game and they're making it better. I don't have a problem with it. I mean, like I said, I was watching the forest and I was like, man, if 7 Days to Die had these trees, how crazy would that be? Because those trees look so much better.
Don't you get the feeling that it's fanboy stuff? Or I mean, why would you okay? If there was no Minecraft, there would be no 7 Days to Die. I mean, I think that's pretty much a given.
Wasn't that one of the first voxel-based games?
Yeah, I mean, well, a lot of people told me it wasn't, but it's the one that everybody knows,
Yeah.
But if someone comes up with a good game concept, why would you not want it to be another game? I don't understand it.
See, I don't have a problem if somebody takes an idea, like 7 Days to Die, okay, yeah, loosely 7 Days to Die was built off of Minecraft. Now, just because it was voxel-based doesn't mean they lifted Minecraft totally and turned it into 7 Days to Die. That's just the genre of graphics, but my problem is if you take the game and lift it totally and it's just the same old game with maybe slightly different graphics, that's not fun. But if you take the concept of the game and make things different, then I don't have a problem if you borrow the concept.
Well, when I say they're ripping off the game, obviously I don't mean code for code or they get sued. I'm talking they're ripping off the game, but they're putting their own spin on it. I mean,
they're taking the concept and doing their own thing.
Yeah, doing their own thing. I mean,
that I don't have a problem with.
Dread Pirate in the chat has come up with a good point. And I didn't want to say it, but how do you copy off No Man's Sky? The game's not even out yet. I don't understand how that works. I've had people tell me that No Man's Sky is a better game. Not is gonna be a better game. Is a better game. And I said to him, "You've never played it. How do you didn't play? You haven't played No Man's Sky and you haven't played Empyrion. How do you know it's going to be a better game?" And I actually I talked to the guy back and forth for 20 replies, and he actually seemed like a pretty cool guy. But I just didn't understand that mindset. Empty in the chat says, "What would you do if someone created a Cage849 a Twitch account and they're already out there?" And it said begin copying everything you do. You did expertly. Well, first of all, I'm not an expert, and second of all, Let's Players and streamers are all copies of each other. I'm not doing anything original. I'm just doing stuff that I see other people doing. I'm copying Paul Source Jr. and Quill18, and yeah, I'm just doing it my own way. And we play different games. We're a little different here and there, but we're all doing the same thing. We're all Let's Players. There's nothing original about what we're doing. What do you think, Autumn?
I personally have no problem with it. Since I've been playing Borderlands 2, I'll give that as an example. If I felt because I know Borderlands 2 is not the first game of its kind. RPG with first-person shooter elements.
I would argue that. I think Borderlands 2 is the first game of its kind.
Really?
They did it first-person shooter-wise. You take Diablo and you turn it into a first-person shooter. They are not ripping off Diablo in my mind. I think Borderlands 2 is a breath of fresh air in the FPS genre and the loot-based genre.
Of Diablo 3 as a first-person shooter type game.
That'd be cool.
I got chills.
They're multiplying.
You want to know? You bring up Diablo 3. It's funny. Diablo 3 is less of a ripoff of Diablo 2 than Path of Exile is. Path of Exile ripped off Diablo 2 every which way. Diablo 3 was a whole new thing. And all the people of Diablo 2 went to Path of Exile because they like that type of thing. Nobody called crap on Path of Exile for ripping off Diablo 2. I mean, what do you think, Lee?
I agree. I don't have any problems with so-called ripping off games. I mean, that's where some of the brightest ideas come, and it's just kind of like taking something old and creating something new that will develop and keep changing. It's like buildings and cars. They're always the same concept, but they keep adding little bits and pieces to make it better. And there's nothing wrong with it at all. It's not plagiarism.
Rockhaven Revere came up with a great point. I wish someone would rip off Windows 10 and make a better, improved, more enjoyable operating system. Now that might have just been a dig against Windows 10 or whatever, but he's totally right. Microsoft has a monopoly on operating systems, and it shows. I mean, although honestly, I kind of love Windows 7, and I have no problem with Windows 8. I think they finally got their stuff together. But having a monopoly on something is never good, and if it was just space engineers out there, that would be bad for everybody. I don't know a lot about Keen Software. I'm sure they're very hard-working developers. I'm sure they're great guys, but I kind of feel like Space Engineers updates were not giving me what I wanted. Okay, they came up with Oxygen. They came up with the conveyor system, a couple other little things here and there, but that's like over the span of over a year. No planets, although they came up with the projector. That's actually my favorite thing in Space Engineers, by the way, the projector. But for the most part, I just kind of felt like they were just, I don't know, they weren't giving me what I wanted. And then Empyrion comes out and they start me off on a planet. And Empyrion has its downsides because it's in pre-alpha. It's a very small game. They're going to build it, and we can all be there and watch it grow, and that's awesome. But, you go into space, you've got like 3 or 4 planets, and then as far as I know, that's it. I don't think you can go anywhere else.
Go too fast right now, you're going to be at the end game too quick. And you're gonna
yeah. And like, there's only a finite amount of materials, right? Yes, Autumn?
Okay, sorry. Irish Vampire made a good point. Space Engineers had an amazing system, but poor use of those systems. I completely agree with that. Whereas Empyrion, though I may not play it, I know they start you off with these great systems and they know how to implement it, and the new updates are coming out so good.
What is the poor use of the systems in Space Engineers?
Well, I guess the fact that that there's no hostility. Really no hostility.
It's a problem.
And they do have spaceships that could use that hostility as they do in Empyrion, and I'm trying to keep my games on track, so.
Now, I haven't played Space Engineers in a long time, but do those ships fly by your base these days, or?
They've got random encounters now, and it's a random chance, but the closest I've had one come in is about 3,400 meters, and I was playing last night for about an hour.
See, now that's pretty cool. If they could get those spaceships to fly by your base in Space Engineers, I'd be down for that. The whole meteor system, when I used to play, didn't work, because the meteors would come in, and I'd have like 50 guns set up, and still meteors would get through and blow holes in my base. And I kind of felt like the guns weren't doing enough of their job. And plus, it was a big hassle to keep the guns fitted with ammo, get the ammo into the guns. I mean, you could probably make some cool conveyor systems, but I kind of felt like the meteors weren't that great. Lily, did you ever play Space Engineers?
No, I never played Space Engineers. I had a friend try to convince me to play, but I just never got around to it.
Pam, you play Space Engineers?
I did.
Did you, how long did you play it for?
I played early alpha up through probably until about the time you started playing.
Talk about Space Engineers. Link Bomb said, talk about Space Engineers versus, Empyrion versus Space Engineers of planets. We can't, because Space Engineers does not have planets. It's not my choice. They're not in the game yet. When Space Engineers come out with planets, is it going to be awesome? I don't know. Are there going to be hostile monsters on the ground attacking you all the time, or is it just going to be an empty void of open space and mountains? And they better put minerals in the planets, and they better figure out they should put minerals that you can only find in the planets, because there's minerals you can only find in Empyrion in the asteroid fields, and you have to worry about the drones, and you have to worry about the space bases firing at you, and that's pretty. Go ahead.
From the very first podcast that we did, and we were talking about that, I don't think Space Engineers is going to go that far. It's more based on physics, simulation, the scenarios and stuff like that. I don't think it's not going to go in as depth into the survival part of it that we'd want to go into.
Well, that's a shame then. That puts Empyrion, no pun intended, light years above it. I think they're changing course, though. Space Engineers. I have a feeling that they want to capture that audience, because if it's just a physics engine, that's all they care about. Then I mean, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's going to be that big of a deal. And they're going to put that on Xbox, aren't they?
It's already out for console.
It's out for consoles?
Space Engineers? Yeah.
Yeah.
When did that happen?
That was because it amazed me that they took a alpha, an unfinished product, and threw it out on console. I was at Walmart with the wife one day, and we walked by. We were in the gaming section and stuff, and I looked over and saw it.
Yeah.
I was like, "No, what the hell?" And
it's been a few months, Kate.
Yeah.
You guys have any other games that copied a different kind of game that you disliked, didn't like, didn't understand the hate, loved it? What? Anybody?
No, not really. I mean, I went from World of Warcraft to...
I usually play random different
games
every time.
World of Warcraft copy and pasted everything EverQuest did. And it was hugely popular.
Yeah, and see, I never played EverQuest, so I don't know.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for our this week's topics. And we'll be back for Twitch interaction and YouTube interaction sections. We're going to take a break. We'll see you in a minute. All right, guys, and we're back. And now we're going to do the Twitch interaction section. And Autumn, you took down some questions that Twitch was asking?
First off, Empty asked, let me ask you guys this podcast. When's the last time you lost yourself in a game that just left you in awe, that feeling of excitement to get home to play? For me, the last time that made me feel that way was Dark Souls Prepare to Die.
Lily?
Borderlands 2, and that was like 2 days ago.
Damn it, Lily.
Sorry. Well, it's like the newest thing. It's the newest game that I'm really excited about. You know, I just got it last week, and yeah, I've been obsessed with it since, kind of.
It's so good, because like that was me 2 years ago when I first went through it with my good buddy Mord, and I couldn't get enough of it. That's why I itch for it every single year.
Mm-hmm.
After I finished it, I could not help myself that I just wanted to play it more and more and more. I'm going to look on Steam really fast just to see how many hours I've played of this game, because I can't praise it enough.
For about a year, it was 7 days for me, but yeah, recently it's been Borderlands 2.
I've put in 156 hours in this game alone.
Nice.
And it's I seriously, I look forward to playing it either like every day or every year, every month, whatever. I can't help myself.
Pam?
I'd still say that 7 Days to Die is the one for me that ranks up that way. Nothing new has come along that suckers me in on a regular basis.
Cage?
Well, for me, it was EverQuest 2. You know, it's kind of weird when you make YouTube videos, you don't get sucked in. You're kind of thinking about outside the box things that have nothing to do with the game. How is my commentary? Am I keeping an upbeat attitude? Am I down too much on the game? Am I treating Autumn too badly? You know, all kinds of stuff. Like I'm thinking about the game 50% of the time. So when I look at something and I don't see it, and someone tells me in the comments, "How could you miss that?" Well, because I'm only 50% on the game. I'm trying to make an entertaining YouTube video. I'm thinking about my base. You know, I'm thinking about like how my base is gonna be built. When I die and my bag falls and it gets destroyed when it shouldn't, I'm thinking about, should I spawn my stuff back in? Are people gonna be pissed? How can I talk to these people so they don't yell at me in the comments and try and make them understand that my bag should not have been destroyed? So no, I don't get lost in games anymore. And it was definitely EverQuest 2. What about you, Probits?
Probably. I've just had a few. I've never been one just to switch games. It started out with Delta Force, all the Delta Force series from Nova Logic, and then it was World of Warcraft. But the very last game that I just couldn't wait to play was Empyrion. And now what I'm really drilling for and can't wait is, because I loved Hunger Games, and I've been talking about wanting to do Hunger Games.
Mm-hmm.
I am drooling for about 6 to 8 of us to get together and do an Ark Survival of the Fittest.
Oh my god.
Is it going to happen, Pam?
Yes, it's going to happen. It's gotta happen.
Oh my God, I'm drooling for it.
Which brings us into this next
August 13th. August 13th.
I might not be able
That
to
was
beat
yesterday.
Cage.
That was yesterday,
I might
yeah.
not be able to beat Cage at Hearthstone, but I think that I would wipe that forest floor up with his ass.
Well, that was Dread Pirate. That was Dread Pirate Duo's question about playing the survival games for Ark. Survival.
Well, we can go on. We can go on with a new
Hunger
question.
Games.
You got a question that Dread Pirate had?
Yeah. He was talking about the survival of the fittest competition
And the Hunger Games mod.
and the Hunger Games. Have you ever considered playing Ark Survival of the Fittest conversion mod?
What? How does it work? Does anybody know?
Well, he
Not
does.
yet.
Nobody on the podcast knows. Yeah. Well, here's the thing about Ark and Rust and all these survival games that are PvP based. Well, Ark's really not PvP based. I'm having a lot of fun without PvPing, but it can be PvP based if you want. I feel like the people that win in Ark or Rust or any of these other games are kind of they're good at what they do. I'm not going to say they're not good, but I feel like they win because they have better equipment. I don't feel like I feel like it's a time investment game and not so much a skill game. And honestly, it probably wouldn't matter. I'd probably get owned in Rust if we had the same gear or not. It wouldn't matter. But the fact of the matter is, every time I've been rated in Rust, and Rust is the game where this happened to me the most. Every time I got rated in Rust, they just came in with tons of C4 and M4s, and I had like a rock or something. You know, they weren't skillfully defeating me. They were just coming in and bullying people, bullying people for stuff they don't need, just to be dicks. And
Right.
that's why I kind of look at those games as grief games.
See, in this case, since it's a server-side mod, you could take all of us, you, me, Proberts, Autumn, everybody in there, and we could each play for ourselves and do the Hunger Games mod, just like we used to do Hunger Games with 7 Days to Die. We don't have to go on an official server to play these games.
And we could set that up for.
Yeah, Dread's working on it now.
I need to know how it works. You know, like.
Did you watch Hunger Games, Cage?
No.
No.
Yes,
I don't
you
have
did.
time.
Yes,
Oh,
you
what, the movies? I thought you meant like other Hunger
yeah,
Games
the
stuff.
movie.
Yeah, they were shit.
It worked exactly like that.
Yeah,
You
well,
get dropped into the center, and you make the decision: are you going to go for all the goodies in the middle, or are you going to bail and see
if
what
I was
you
gonna
can do?
if I was gonna play a game with you guys, I'd rather play Counter-Strike. You know, like, I mean, what's the point of playing an inferior half-assed FPS when we can go play Counter-Strike or even Battlefield? I'm not a big Call of Duty fan, but I do like Battlefield. Hell, I'd rather play Left 4 Dead 2 with you guys. Or Hearthstone, you know. I mean, I just don't see the appeal. I know H1Z1 had the same kind of thing, and
But
know,
you seem to enjoy yourself when you played like Hunger Games.
I'd
and
like to
7
play.
Days to Die.
I'd like to play the Hunger Games mod at least once, just to see what it's like.
all right.
He said he didn't like the movie that much too. I mean, the Ark Survival of the Fittest and the way that it was put out there when they did the streams and that contest and everything like that. If you're a Hunger Games fan, you're gonna love that play style.
Yeah.
Dread Pirate said it's just. I mean, from what I understand from what Dread Pirate said, it's Ark, totally Ark, and they drop you in, and the last person that lives wins. Is that it?
Pretty much.
Like, that sounds fun to you? Like, I want to tame dinosaurs. I don't have 8 hours to tame a dinosaur in Hunger Games.
No.
Hell, I don't even have 8 hours in a Let's Play.
Everything's adjusted.
Everything's
the
adjusted.
taming-
So it's not
The
just
leveling
like Ark.
speed.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
you guys-
you enjoyed the Hunger Games we did for 7 Days to Die.
It's true. You did.
You
Yeah.
enjoyed
Yeah, but
those.
it wasn't because the game was fun. It was because I was playing with friends.
Well, that's
So
what I'm
you
saying.
wouldn't
We
play
do
with
that.
friends regardless?
If you guys want to play, I'll play. I mean, I'm not against it. I just
I think it's worth doing once. I think it would be a cute video.
That's a-
to put out.
That's a
I think
big
so, too,
island.
and that's like Dead Realms. Dead Realms isn't a series or YouTube recordings or anything that you're going to do for any length of time, but man, it damn sure would be fun to do 3 or 4 times.
That's a big island. Is it a new map or is it a different map? Because we're never going to find each other. You know what's going to happen? We're going to get dropped in. We're going to get killed by dinosaurs, and nothing's going to matter.
It's a new map, and the zone shrinks as the time goes on.
Yeah.
And it forces you to the center.
How many
It's like
times?
almost
How many?
Battle Royale.
How many times have we played that game? And like we're trying to find each other, and we get killed 5 times before we find each other. That's what's going to happen, right? I mean, is there something? Do they take the dinosaurs out, or
you're not going to get killed but once?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Let's say all 5 of us go right now and play, and all get dropped in. We're all going to get killed by dinosaurs right away, and the last
Not
person who gets killed by.
necessarily.
You don't think so?
The last time I played from the start, I didn't get killed by a dinosaur until way into my taming thing. I think when I went after a saber.
I guess you would win then, but everyone else would get killed by dinosaurs. And
I know how to run away.
You're getting dropped into a specific area, and you're not having any dinosaur spawns in that area that you're getting dropped.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So it's not like you're going to spawn onto the beach right next to a level 40 Dillo.
No. All right, Link Bomb. I'm gonna talk to you, my friend. Cage, stop being a scaredy cat. Play Hunger Games. I'm not scared. Please. I am not scared. I just don't see the point. If we all get dropped in and get slaughtered by dinosaurs, what's the point? But if you're telling me we get dropped into dinosaur-free areas, then yeah, I mean that could be cool. It's like a different map, or
no? I think the only reason I know about it is I was watching all of Royals from him. He won 2nd place, so I was watching all of his videos, and from what I seen there, it was the exact same map. The only difference is in the center there was a high mountaintop with 4 ramps to get up to the mountaintop on 4 sides of the circle.
Kind of like King of the Mountain.
That's like King of the Mountain. That's where the game finished.
I think 7 Days to Die would make a much better.
And the zone gets The zone gets smaller and smaller as time goes on, right? You can't go back out to the edges of the map.
Okay.
No,
So
you get it's a ring of death that shrinks.
I guess we need Sonic to donate to get Cage to play it. I already said I'd play it. I think 7 Days to Die sounds like a more fun Hunger Games.
I think with Ark, though, honestly, I think we need probably minimum 8 to 10 people if we're going to do it solo.
We can get 8 to 10 people.
Yeah, if we're doing it solo. Oh, I know Royal would do it in a heartbeat again. I think that'd be even funny. Me and you against Royal and Star.
Link Bomb has a question about 7 Days to Die. I don't want it to scroll up.
What was it?
I have that question.
What is your opinion on 7 Days to Die NPCs that you can trade with, fight, or be allies with? Should the pimps keep this idea going, or will it turn 7 Days to Die into an MMO? I know I have an answer to that one.
Well, shoot.
Well, I mean that's one of the things they promised from early on, and I think the whole Duke and Nav's game and the traders and the NPCs should come in. I think I've been looking forward to that since they first announced it.
Anybody else?
I got an opinion. When they did it in Minecraft, and I know 7 Days to Die is not Minecraft, but when they did it in Minecraft, I did not enjoy it. So
yeah, it seems like it would take an MMO kind of WoW feel to it, and I think it would kind of lose its for me, honestly. If I wanted to play an MMO, I would.
Exactly.
See, the thing about it is their plans are that you do not... One, I think NPCs will be an off-on toggle. If I'm right in understanding what I saw, it'll be an off-on toggle, so you don't even need the NPCs in, so you don't have to play with them. And the second thing is that even if they're in, you don't have to do the storyline. You don't have to mess with the NPCs to advance in the game, that whole sort of thing. But it would also be nice to have an NPC that you could trade for stuff you couldn't get any other way.
Yeah, I could see the bonus in that, but I mean, at some point, they're gonna be kind of useless. It's like the NPCs in the MMOs I've played just gave you the bare minimum stuff. You'd still have to go out to get the best quality things, and then you're still gonna grind and do all that work anyway.
When you're saying MMO, you don't really mean MMO. You mean more like maybe
RPG.
like a Fallout, like a Fallout 3 type of thing.
Yeah.
So the other cool thing is you can become head of the NPCs, and I think that's kind of a twist that nobody's seen in a game before.
Okay, that I would be excited about. If I could rule like my own little land of like people to help me like get.
Well, that's the whole idea about the Duke and Nav's game. If you beat him, you become the Duke and Nav's game.
That'd be great. And
did you ever play it for Minecraft the Tale of Kingdoms mod?
I did, yes.
That was great. That was a cool mod. That kind of sounds like what you guys are talking about. What's going on? Something funny's going on in chat.
Who was it? Why Link Bomb? Why does Improverts look like he's living in 2008 Amish land? And then Skeezyback said, at Link Bomb, those headsets in the background are headsets of people he's killed who talk smack about.
I just saw the respect the beard.
I like that. Those are trophies. There you go.
It's like
Alright.
those effigies in the forest.
You mean useless?
Useless.
So what I would like to see from it, first of all, they need to put NPCs in the game. If they don't, I'm going to be upset. And I never thought about the quest thing. Yeah, I mean, you know, like, I would think of it more like the quest givers in Planet Explorers. I think they were a lot of fun. I think they were really cool. The quest givers in Starbound were absolutely horrendous, horrible fetch quests, and I hated it. But I thought, like, you know, fetch, kill quests, go out and kill a certain number of something, whatever. Even if they don't make any sense, I don't care. I like the idea of quests, and you definitely need roaming bands of hostile bandits. You absolutely have to. And I would like some kind of faction system too, kind of like in RimWorld, you know. How you have certain factions with certain groups, and if they see you,
yeah, that would
you know,
that would be cool.
and maybe you could like trade stuff to them, like give them ammo, and then that raises your faction.
But
you
I
know,
don't know if I'd like that in 7 Days to Die, where up to this point it's just been a survival game, and it's been a sandbox survival game. If there was like a completely new game like that, that'd be great, but not in 7 Days to Die.
Well,
Why
the thing about it is, it's my understanding is that it's going to be once again, you know, your choice. If you don't want to have that, you just click no. And those whole things don't come in. So it can still be, you can still play the sandbox version and not have to play the quest version. Yeah.
The game needs more. I mean, it can't rest on what it's doing right now. Well, I mean, like Probert just said, he's on day 42 and he's done. You know, like they need those quest guys. They need.
Here's something here. Irish Vampire. Start making a home and other survivors come to live around you. NPC survivors or something. The more villagers
and like maybe
there are, the more your raider heat map goes up.
Yeah, and then like they can spawn
every 7-day horde. You have the more that raider heat map because your village is growing because people want to live around you.
Yeah, and if you get enough factional people, maybe they'll protect your house for you or help you.
Yeah,
or
I would
they turn into zombies when they die.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty.
That
That'd
writes
be
itself.
cool.
Yeah,
that'd be
But like, I don't know. If I wanted to play an RPG, I would play an RPG. So.
Yeah.
Do you think this is from C. Murray. This is a while ago. I copied it. Do you think 7 Days to Die should have a weapon customization feature, like changing the colors of the guns?
Yes.
I personally think not only do the weapons, but the tools need to change. Like when you go up from poor to or faulty to poor to, I think maybe they could have like if they're faulty, they have like chips missing from them, or it's like half built or something. I don't know. And I think as it goes up, it should look better and better and better. What do you guys think?
Me and Lily were just saying to each other, pink.
Yeah, we could color customize it, pink and purple.
Hell yeah.
Glitter shotguns.
Yes.
Oh my god.
like I do in ARC, it'd be great.
The game.
I'm with you
neon
on that,
colors.
Cage.
The game needs a.
It's like spray
Go ahead.
paint. You know?
I agree with Cage in the sense that different levels should look in different conditions, although I don't think we'll see anything like that for a while because that's a lot of graphics work. But I don't see the benefit of being able to spray paint your shovel pink or beautify your poor shovel to make it look like it's flawless or something.
She
It
knows
brings
that
the girly
someone
girls
stole
into the
it.
game.
If
No,
I
but-
see like Irish Vampire with a pink purplish shovel and he stole it, then I know who took it.
I want paint. I want paint for buildings, not so much for tools. I want to be able to paint my building, spray paint, some kind of like regular paint. I don't care, something
You should
because
be able to find paint.
paint.
Logos. You should be able to do something with logos, like make.
Well,
designs
let's get the
and stuff.
paint in. Let's get the paint in first. You know.
Paint first.
You know what? Rust. You can do a lot of things, and all you see is penises in that game. So maybe we don't need logos. I don't know.
No,
but,
well, not
you
like
know.
those logos. I mean, like, they can have like, like now that you have like the boxes and stuff with like the explosives and like the food and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I mean,
how
they'll
about
have a list of stuff be like, help me here, like savior or
Yeah.
that type of stuff. Like
Yeah.
you can put on the side to like make it badass.
Yeah, Archelaus, electricity, exactly. And I don't care if Nightbot took care of that message. I saw it. Electricity
Bob
needs.
just called me a casual gamer. Do I take offense to that?
I don't know what a casual gamer is
I
anymore.
love what he put. Can I read that really fast?
Go for it.
Pam and Cage equals mildly professional streamer. Mr. and Proberts, casual gamer that can't decide on a pair of headphones. And then there's Autumn and Lily, has their PC in a storage room.
Mine's in a storage room. This is a craft table. I do scrapbooking.
Mine
Lily's
is
not
getting a
storage.
little wild there.
Mine is a spare bedroom that we use for storage. So there's a lot of room. It's just that all the boxes are there.
On a little side note, we do need to do some with that storage someday. Okay, Surreal said, Cage, now that I can play 7 Days to Die again, should we wait until we can craft orange quality items before raiding the gun safes to increase the level of the gun parts? That is completely up to you. I would say knock out the wall safes every time you find them because they can have books in them. But yeah, the gun safes. Yeah, you could wait. I mean, honestly, if I find a faulty part, I break it up right away. What do you guys do? Like, how do you handle it?
I just do
I've been doing that lately. I've been breaking the faulty parts, unless like I just found something that I could use temporarily. But the minute that I find it, I break it down.
I ignored the gun safes when I was just playing with my internet. My modem got fried, and I ignored the gun safes until I could make yellow quality tools. Once I was able to make a yellow pickaxe, then I went back and I started hitting gun safes.
Same here. I stayed away from gun safes until I could make high
They
quality.
just took too long to break into.
I thought Pro was gonna be like, I don't even remember being level 20. God, it's been so long.
Well, the games that I've been playing,
I'm level 62.
It doesn't matter what level I've been. I've
That's
been
the
finding
only time.
decent, like yellow, some blue, some purple quality items, and I'm like level 3 for an example. So I mean,
I just
it makes sense to me.
I just imagine when Probert hits 60 in his house, he just goes, yeah, 60, yeehaw!
Like, oh.
He's probably got bullet holes in the ceiling. All right. You see any other questions, guys? Oh, it looks like all the questions have stopped. All right, we're gonna go right into some YouTube questions. This is the part where we read the YouTube questions. You guys have not been giving us a lot of questions on YouTube. By all means, put questions in the comments of this YouTube video. We will read them on the next week's podcast. First of all,
I'm
the name of the
on either or because I'll have it up on.
yeah, Proberts is going to be putting it up too. So, for those of you who want to know, the podcast is now called the Let's Play Games Podcast. We don't have a winner. Martin Russell, Sideshow 75, he said, "Let's talk gaming." Now, Let's Talk Gaming led me into the Let's Play Games podcast. It put it jarred my brain to think of that. So I wanted to give it away to somebody. That was pretty close. So I'm going to give away to Martin Russell, also known as Sideshow. Every time I say Sideshow, I want to say Bob.
Sideshow Bob.
Sideshow 75. Congratulations if you're here, and I will be sending you that code. Baby, stop throwing forks around.
Sorry. I'm not throwing a fork. It's like a little piece of metal on my desk, and it fell.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, that is better. Okay. So, congratulations. So, Good Old Gamer came up with a really nice name for the podcast, but I didn't go with it because I didn't want it to be. I don't want the podcast to be alpha games only. I do want to talk about AAA games from time to time. But he said, "Welcome to the Always Alpha Audio, the only AAA title we'll ever recommend you play." So I thought that was pretty. I thought it was really good.
It's typical Good Old Gamer.
Yeah, that was really, really good.
Typical Good Old Gamer.
Caleb Short. Yeah, really. Caleb Short, I've got a question for the next podcast. On Adam's channel, he did this announcement about Survive the Nights, and I was just curious on what your thoughts were about the game and if you plan on playing it. Okay. I don't know how many of you noticed it on my channel, but I did put up a video for Survive the Nights on the stress test. I felt bad about it because technically the developers, and this is from the developers themselves, they said, we don't want you guys putting up videos on YouTube, but if you're going to, we're not going to take action against you, and just be fair to the game and let people know it's not an early access build, it's a test build strictly for stress testing. I thought I was really fair to the game. I thought I was, fine with it. The next day, I was reading some comments, and people were really cool about it. No one was being a dick, but I kind of felt bad, so I took the video down. So I did have some gameplay stuff up there for like a day. Actually, it might have been like 12 hours, maybe 18 hours or something. But I kind of felt bad about it, so I took it down. Is any of you guys excited about Surviving the Nights?
I haven't
The
even
first
seen
time
any.
I've heard of it. Yeah, sorry.
I saw that when you put it up, Cage. I don't know. I don't think from what I saw from that stress test, there's enough for me to judge it yet. For me,
Yeah,
I
same
want to
here.
see more.
I haven't seen enough.
I
Did
want
you
to
hear
see
about?
more. If that's a
Did,
good thing.
did you hear about what I was talking about in the during the video though? Like some of that stuff.
Yeah, I don't remember now.
Yeah, I mean like crazy stuff, guys. Like first of all, there is going to be zombies in it. I did not know that. But it wasn't in the stress test, and I made it known that there's going to be a lot of stuff that wasn't going to be in the stress test. There are going to be zombies in it. It's not going to be an only PvP game. There's a mental health system in the game, all right, where if someone goes around killing people, they will start having like hallucination.
I love
Please,
that.
someone say that word for me,
Hallucinations.
please. Hallucinations. There you go. They're going to start like getting the shakes and start freaking out. And if they continue killing people, they will eventually break down and commit suicide.
Ooh, that's creepy.
And nothing would make me happier than some douche canoe 12-year-old run around killing people and then have him off himself. I want to be there for that. Okay? I want to
Damn.
be there for that. So I thought it was really, really, really cool. And like some people didn't like it. They said, well, they're telling you it's a PvP game, but no, it's realistic. You're not just going to go around slaughtering people. Like, you know, all these people who play these video games think, oh yeah, I'll just go around killing people. Nobody's ever killed anyone in real life. It's a serious thing, and I really love that mechanic, and I hope they do well with it.
That's really good. Like, can we talk about that a little more? Because that's
Sure. What do you think about it?
like, that to me is really cool because that's a lot of like strategic crap going into it. Like, if somebody like say somebody is like building way too close to you or being just too close to you in general, and you feel like they might start stealing your stuff or whatever, I think that's a really good, like backup plan to just kill them, and like it just makes you have like an element of strategery. So
I wonder if there could be like some kind of anything that's yours. Okay, and you go back to your base and you put it in your chests, or if it's on yourself or anywhere. Like there should be some way to link that item to your character, like in the game. Like, so you have a pistol and 30 rounds. I wish the game would like link that to your character, and if someone goes in and steals it, then you can kill that person without any repercussions of the mental system. Like you're justified. You know, I don't know if they can do that,
They
but
certainly can link it to your character. I mean, games do that all the time.
Yeah, look on soul
Now,
bound stuff and
yeah.
bind on equip and
Yeah,
stuff like that with World
right.
of Warcraft.
Yeah.
yeah. So like,
It-
so like, if someone like goes and steal your shit, now you're justified. If you kill them, you're not going to suffer the effects of the mental breakdown system. So I think that would be cool, because otherwise people can go steal your stuff, and if you kill them, you're going to have to suffer these effects, and that would be a problem.
Yeah, but I
But
mean,
PvP
but
multiplayer servers a whole lot better on any
the
game.
thing about it is, I can see it working both ways. If somebody goes and steals your stuff, you have to think about it and make the decision. Do I want to suffer with my conscience for a while if I go and kill him and get my stuff back? You go kill him, you get your stuff back. You feel bad for a while, but I would think that it's not something permanent, that you would after a while, you would overcome it. It's only going to be a mental problem if you are rampantly killing everybody every day.
yeah, because that'll haunt you.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
like,
your mental health will return to normal after a day or two if you killed somebody for a legitimate reason. You're not just running around ramping everybody up.
Yeah, I was worried about it playing it, that it felt a lot like H1Z1. And H1Z1 was a beautiful game and it played well and I liked all that stuff, but it was also a PvP nightmare when I played it, and that's part of the reason I stopped playing it. And that was definitely the bad part. The good part though is they're talking about, making it like, if they have zombies and the zombies are a real threat, not an H1Z1 threat, not a Rust threat. I'm talking like a real threat, and force us to work together, then we can get a PvE server up and have a great time. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I'm very excited about that game, and God bless them for taking the game down for 6 months and really hurting the brand of that game, because I don't know how you guys feel, but when that game was supposed to come out, like, God, like, it feels like a year ago. And like, then they said, I haven't heard anything about it, and I just kind of fell off my radar. So I think that they kind of needed the press on YouTube, but They asked us not to do it, so I kind of felt bad, so I took it down. But I'm quite excited about that game.
Cianra just came a kind of cool point. Like, you could trick someone to steal from you so you can kill him.
Well, if someone steals from you, you kill them. I don't see what.
I don't know.
I don't see how
just,
that's relevant.
like,
I think he was saying if you made stealing something that you could kill someone for and not suffer
without the
any
repercussions.
consequences,
Yeah.
that you could trick them into stealing from you so that you could go on a killing spree and not.
How would you trick someone into stealing from you? I'm curious.
I don't know.
You know, like flaunt your like nice gun around.
Well, if you're on an ARC PvP multiplayer server with Royal, you just leave your front door open.
Yeah, put your
if they
your unlocked chest outside your door.
There's no justification for stealing. If someone goes in your stuff and takes it, you get to kill them. Like that's. I don't see how that's tricking somebody. They're still taking your stuff.
I don't know, but.
So we'll see. We'll see. Well, that is it, guys. That is it for the podcast. We're gonna go now. I'll go one by one. Lily, do you have anything to say before we go?
No, just thank you for having me.
No, thank you for being here, Autumn.
Thank you guys again for the 1K subs, and I hope to be here again. Not for next week because I know I can't be it, but the week after that, that'd be great.
Okay, Pam.
I just want to say goodbye to everybody, and we'll see you next week.
Proberts.
I made a promise to Doom Metal earlier that I would answer his question about how the family is. Doom Metal has been around on my channel since I think right before I hit 100 subs, and now I'm over 600 subs. So a lot of people know. My wife was battling breast cancer and finished her chemo and radiation totally about 4 weeks ago. And this week's been a rough week. We're all doing pretty good, but we've got some other scares going on now that where we might end up heading to Utah next week. So we are. She says not might, we are. So the family's good as can be expected with what we're dealing with. And when people wonder about my videos and the slow upload time, I got other things that are more important.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, you get back and you make videos when you can, man. You gotta take care of your family. And Proberts, you're not gonna be around tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
I want to be around tomorrow, babe. Don't know yet.
Okay.
She was on the phone with the doctor when we started, so she's giving me a look. So I don't know.
Okay. Well, you know, if you're around, cool. If not, then our prayers are with you. And all you guys in the chat and watching this on YouTube, you know. Put out a thought for Pervert's wife, because, you know, it's just, fuck cancer. Like, seriously.
Some shitty stuff to deal with.
Yeah, so.
And now we gotta stop.
Alright, guys, we will see you next week, and
don't
see you
forget
later.
Pam.
No, don't forget Pam.
He already did, didn't he?
Oh, you already did?
Yeah,
Okay.
I asked Pam.
Sorry.
I asked Pam.
Sorry.
Alright, see you later, everybody.
Bye, guys.